Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Catalyst webinar series presented by the Education Committee for the Southern California PGA. Catalyst webinar series is a bi-weekly educational platform for creating success and change in your club and career. We're very excited to have Nikki Prichard on the webcast this morning. Nikki sits on the board of directors for the section. She's also on the mentorship committee, which is a subsection of the Education Committee. She sits on numerous committees. Prior to that, Nikki played collegiate golf at the University of Nevada, Reno. She also used to work for the First Tee of Nevada prior to moving to Southern California, where she became the director of golf at Arrowwood Golf Course in Oceanside. And she's been the AGM there for, I think, the last 2 years. So we are delighted to have Nikki on the webcast this morning. She's been the driving force behind the ROAD2PRO curriculum, which is a vehicle to help associates get connected to PGA members as a subsect of the mentorship committee and a roadmap to PGA membership. Good morning, Nikki. Thank you for being with us this morning.
Good morning, John. Thank you so much for having me, and good morning, everyone. Thanks for registering. I'm excited to talk to you all about ROAD2PRO. It's kind of my new baby, and something that, with the help of others, I've been able to implement. Started in 2022, so we'll dive right in. But first, John did a great job already with the introduction, but a little bit more about who I am. My SCPGA career started out a long time ago on the junior golf tour, played Toyota Tour Cup. At the time, Nikki was running the tournament, so I've known her for a really long time. And that just kind of started everything. That's how I fell in love with golf. After that, as John said, I played Division I golf at the University of Nevada, where my love for golf continued to grow. I pursued professional golf after that. That was pretty short-lived, but I was hired at Arrowwood Golf Course in 2015. Tom hopped on board, I believe, in 2018, and I became a PGA member in 2019, shortly after.
And Nikki, shame on me. I forgot to mention that you're the 2022 Women's Southern California champion.
Thank you. Yes, that was definitely a highlight of my career. Thanks, John. So yeah, as John said as well, I'm now the assistant general manager at Arrowwood, which, to be honest, I didn't think I would ever get to this position. I thought I was just going to be golf. And luckily I have Tom and I have others who push me to do more, and I actually really enjoy it. I've tried everything from merchandising, tournaments, and just finding my groove. And I really like the general manager side of things and getting more involved in food and beverage. So I am now involved with the chapter and the section boards, which has been great. Meeting new people and trying to make change throughout the section has been kind of a newfound passion of mine. And then I'm the co-chair with Tony LaChandra for the engagement committee, which involves mentorship, associates, and recruitment and retention. So that's where the ROAD2PRO falls in there. So how did I get here? I didn't do it by myself, that's for sure. Definitely built a lot of relationships throughout my career. Playing golf is, obviously one of the big ways that I got to where I am, playing in tournaments, attending meetings. I remember when I first became an associate, Tom, who actually I have right here with me, he comes everywhere with me, but he encouraged me to attend meetings as an associate. And the first meeting I went to, I remember I was wearing golf clothes, and we got called out in the meeting because we were supposed to be wearing, our professional attire. I was terrified, but that's okay. You live and you learn. But they asked all of the associates to stand up, and I believe Tom and I were the only associates in the room, which was intimidating, but also pretty cool. And it was really motivating to see all of those professionals in the room and to be like, okay, that's what I want to be. I don't want to have to stand up here and say I'm an associate for much longer. And here I am. So
Nikki,
that was
don't feel bad about being underdressed at a meeting. That's happened to all of us, and to a lot
okay,
of us, it happens regularly.
Okay, well, I didn't ever do it again because I felt horrible, but that's okay. I guess that's just part of becoming a member. um, so building relationships with esteemed PGA members, being, I don't want to throw the female card out there, but being a female and being young and new to the association, it was very intimidating. It's still sometimes intimidating, but the more you get to know other PGA members, the more you realize that they're just regular people. They've just accomplished a lot. And I've never had a PGA member not call me back or email me back when I've asked for help. And everyone's been super supportive. I've never had any issues with that. So just finding those mentors, finding people who are doing what you want to do, and asking for help is huge. I definitely would not be serving on a board. I wouldn't be an assistant general manager if I didn't do those things. So that's how I got here. Who are some of my mentors and how did they help? These are just a few. I have many, but Nikki Gatch introduced me to the SCPGA through junior golf. She continues to support me through my career. We sat and had a couple drinks at Arrowwood a couple weeks ago, and you know, she just gives great advice, and she's someone that I look up to. She's doing obviously amazing things, and you know, just a great person to have by your side in your career. Tom's son, obviously, he's paved the way for me as a professional. He started the mentorship program and pushed me to get my bookwork done. When he came to Arrowwood, he became an associate, and I was already an associate, and we raced to the finish line. He won, but that's okay. I finished shortly after him. But just having someone there to really push you, you know, I'm lucky that he's built this path for me that I've been able to continue to go down. And, you know, I'm still trying to, you know, make my own name for myself in the SCPGA. However, there's no one I'd rather follow in their footsteps than Tom. So very, very grateful for him. Robin Shelton, this is just one that shows a little bit goes a long way. I've only had a handful of conversations with him, but when I went to my, it was the new member orientation, he was hosting it, and he sent me a handwritten note just urging me to get involved and to serve on committees. And I still have that letter sitting at my desk today. And that's one thing that really motivates me every day to continue to get involved. And then, of course, Tony Latundra, he's co-chair for the engagement committee, and he's also my mentor being on the board of directors for the section. He's obviously done all of that, and he's kind of showing me the ropes. So very grateful for all of these mentors, plus more, obviously John as well. He's been great running these Catalyst programs, and great inspiration to me as well. So how does this tie into the Road to Pro? The purpose of the Road to Pro, it actually stemmed from Anthony Valverde. He was mentioning how there's not really any programs that involve non-associates or non-members. There's not a whole lot of events where we can just invite anyone to come out. So that's what we did with the Road to Pro. It's designed to give individuals a platform to network with PGA members and learn more about career opportunities in the industry. It's open to anyone, PGA associates, members, and, you know, food and beverage employees, juniors, those who play on mini tours, just anyone who might kind of want that plan B too. I'm finding that a lot of the attendees are, you know, players who want to play for a living. And I know that was my goal, but I needed to have that plan B, which I'm actually very happy that I went with my plan B. So just getting as much information to those people as possible. And also, you know, it's our duties as PGA professionals to grow the association and to help recruit members. So one of the biggest things that we talk about in the Road to Pro events is the benefits of becoming a member. So this is just a flyer we had for 2023, just to show those benefits. So obviously growing the game you love. As the industry standard bearer, PGA professionals serve as the recognized teachers and leaders of the game and promote its growth passionately. Expand your career. PGA professionals have the opportunity to pursue a variety of exciting careers within the golf industry, including golf operations, teaching and coaching, and executive management. And play your best. PGA members have the opportunity to compete in numerous tournaments throughout the country on some of the best courses in the world. So just letting people know what it's all about to be a PGA member. I think there's a lot more that goes into it than what is on the surface level. So just sharing that knowledge. This was another flyer we used for 2023, and keep in mind 2024 is going to be a little bit different, but this was something that the section office created. That was a great way to help promote the Road to Pro. You know, the events are designed to introduce individuals to the path of PGA membership in a fun and welcoming environment. These events give associates and non-associates a platform to network with current PGA professionals. Open to anyone. It was complimentary in 2023. There was a skins game, and then afterwards, basically how it went, a typical Road to Pro. It was late afternoon, 9-hole tee times, followed by appetizers and a guest speaker. There was a skins game just to spice it up a little bit and hopefully get more and more players. The guest speaker was a great thing we did. We went around the room, had everyone introduce themselves and, you know, talk about their goals, where they're at and their book work, what they need to do next. And that just really gave a platform to have others be able to help with what they need. Great way to kind of find your mentors. We had a couple juniors, college golfers, and then we are actively seeking host sites for 2024, which I'll get into in a moment. So learned a lot hosting the Road to Pro in 2023. In 2022, I was kind of going in blind to it. I just was sending out emails asking people to play. They would email me back. I'd put them on a list, which was a good way to start, but now we're getting it dialed in a little bit more. Max was gracious enough to help me get the Road to Pro on Blue Golf, which boosted player counts a lot. It also was a lot easier for me to get pairings together. Yeah, so it is on Blue Golf now. It will be on Blue Golf in 2024 as well. Just a little overview of some of the events we did in 2023. Our first one was at Miramar Memorial Golf Course on base. We had 2 guest speakers. We had Grant Strobel talking about golf operations, and then we had Randy Chang talking about teaching and coaching. We had 20 participants, 5 were PGA members, 12 were associates, and 3 were non-members. And then June 21st, we hosted it here at Arrowwood Golf Course. Tony Latundra was our guest speaker. He was fantastic, and we had our biggest participation to date, which was 28 players, 2 juniors, 12 associates, 8 PGA members, and then 6 non-members, which I thought was really cool to have those non-members there.
Hey, Nikki, a quick question regarding
Yes.
the non-members. I think in 2023, if I'm not mistaken, the Road to Pros were only marketed to our membership and working associate membership database. Is there talk along the lines of boosting participation and awareness? Has there been talk amongst the committee about potentially marketing the Road to Pros to our consumer database? Because I know we have over 15,000 email addresses in that non-member consumer database. Would that be something? I mean, it would be one hell of a way to get it out there, but it could be very overwhelming for the sites if you're having a free event. You're advertising to 14,000 non-PGA members. I mean, you're going to get a lot of people that are not, qualified to be there and not interested, just taking advantage of the free event. But you would cast a huge awareness shadow over the program and the curriculum and the ROAD2PRO itself.
Yes, for sure. And one of the changes that I'll get to in the next slide is that it's actually, we're talking about not making it a complimentary event for that reason. Just doing like $20 to $25. But yes, definitely.
And marketing it to the entire consumer database that we have.
Yes, that would be great. I haven't actually brought it up yet, but that's definitely something we want to do. Also, we could just focus it on the junior database too. We're reaching out to mini tours and all that, schools, but I do think that would be great, and having a little price point on it, I think would help to not just have, because we did run into that actually at Newport Beach. Obviously it's fantastic golf course and people saw free golf at Newport Beach Country Club, and we had some outliers in there that had no interest in becoming PGA members. There were just a couple of them, so that kind of sparked that, okay, we need to do something different next year. But regardless, it was a great event. But yes, marketing is going to be huge. And any
I had a miscommunication there a second ago. I said 15,000 emails in our consumer database. Nikki Gatch just texted me and said 75,000 emails in our consumer database.
Yeah,
exclamation point,
one big ROAD2PRO event. Yes. Yeah, so marketing is going to be huge, and I'm kind of trying to figure all that out. The section office has been fantastic with that, so I'll definitely get with them about more marketing for the ROAD2PRO. But yeah, thank you for that, John. That's a great point. But yeah, talking about Newport Beach, it was a great event. Robin gave some excellent advice. I know even those who were maybe not even thinking about being a PGA member, being in the industry, after Robin spoke, I think maybe they're like, maybe I do want to, because he had some great words of wisdom. And yeah, it was a great event, very well run. So now going into 2024, we are looking for host sites. South Hills was kind enough to offer to host in 2023. Unfortunately, the way I scheduled it was not great. It was right after Newport Beach, and we just didn't have enough players sign up. So hopefully in 2024, they will be kind enough to have us back at South Hills. But we need some more.
We're not complaining. We had plenty of Southwest egg rolls and bacon wrapped shrimp to snack on.
Okay,
that night.
Jeez, I'm sorry. But again, in 2023, I was kind of unorganized with how I was hosting the events. It was just, whoever offered to host, I would put it together. But I do want to do one event per chapter next year, just so we can cover, all locations, and participation can be from all over the section, but hosting it in different chapters would be great. Again, we want to have players pay, so hopefully that's better incentive for host sites. We can maybe get $20 to $25 per player, 9 holes, late afternoon tee times. Arrowwood is, John and I were talking about how everyone's busy right now, but yes, Arrowwood is a very busy course as well, and we don't want to give up tee times. So we were happy to do it late afternoon, 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock in the summer. And then we will be paying the host site for food and beverage as well. The other thing I want is more participation from PGA members. I'm not sure. I'll have to talk to the section office as far as, PDR credits. Maybe you can get points for attending these events because we do need more members to attend. I would like to pair up at least one member per foursome with the 3 associates or non-associates. And also always looking for a PGA member to be a guest speaker. It's usually whoever's hosting. However, we can absolutely have more than one guest speaker. One other idea I've had, talking to David Anderson over at KBS, he was talking about how he would love to host just kind of a fun fitting demo for those who maybe are focusing on teaching and coaching and need help with the fitting portion of their book work, maybe doing some, not on a green grass facility, going to different places to just anything to help with the book work. So how can you help? If you are interested in hosting, please send me an email if you have any questions. Again, I'm still seeking advice on these events to anything. This is kind of my first big thing that I've put together as a PGA member, and I want it to be great for everyone. Also, if you can encourage your juniors, your employees to participate, anything helps. So I guess we can open it up to any questions or comments you have. I actually see a couple people in here that have attended Road to Pro events, including one of my mentees. So if you've attended a Road to Pro event, any comments you have about it, or John, if you have any questions for me. Oh, there's
yes. There's a hand right there. We'll get to that in a second. But Nikki, if you could just talk a little bit about, with the 3 career paths that we have in our associate program: golf operations, teaching and coaching, and executive leadership. Can you talk a little bit about you personally and your decision to get into executive leadership and how that came about?
Sure. And that's, part of these events. We actually, when you sign up, it asks you which career path you're interested in, and we'll pair you up according to the career path you want. But yeah, I definitely, going into it, I was dead set on teaching and coaching. I love teaching and I love playing golf, and I was like, I want to be outside all the time. But then I kind of just, got thrown into management just because I naturally kind of became a leader just based on our needs here at Arrowwood, and I ended up loving it. There's other ways to help people rather than teaching and coaching, and I found that helping other employees grow into what they want to do became a passion of mine. So, becoming the director of golf, the head golf professional, I fell in love with putting the right people in the right places on the golf side, and watching someone who started in the cart barn grow to be a supervisor. Sorry, my lights just turned off. And then eventually becoming, golf shop manager was really, really cool for me. And it just expanded into, I want to do this for more. So talking to Tom about food and beverage and events, it really sparked an interest in me because I always want to do more and learn more. And I've definitely learned a lot becoming assistant general manager. But you have to try everything and find what you like the most, for sure. I don't get stuck in what you're doing unless you're 150% sure that's what you want to do.
Yeah, precisely. I mean, similarly for me, my whole professional axiom is to try and be of maximum service to the people that I serve and the people that I work with. And I wanted to get into general management because I wanted to have more impact. I wanted to have more say. I wanted to be more involved with every aspect of our operation. For years I was a head golf professional and assistant golf professional before that. And you're limited to the golf operation. And I had bright ideas on how I could help our food and beverage operation, our membership sales program, our agronomic practices, and I just wanted to be involved in more. You know, even janitorial and facilities maintenance was a big thing that I wanted to have my finger in. And, you know, for me, it just goes back to wanting to be of maximum service to the people I serve, and to be as helpful as I can to the people that I work with. And that's kind of what fueled it for me. And it goes back to, you know, our love for wanting to be in the service industry. You know, our golf profession is so specialized, but it's also so personal. It's like I've come across, you know, people that you've worked with in large scale hotels and resorts and large chain restaurants. They think they know the customer service business, but in many cases they interact with their customer once in a lifetime, and they have a very finite amount of regular customers. But in the golf business, our scope of regular customers is immense, and especially on the private side, it's everybody. And if you're not genuine about making people happy and serving a membership or a certain demographic that you see on a regular basis, the customer is going to find that out, and they're going to see that you're not genuine. You're going to see that you're not in it for the right reasons, and that's what makes it makes it hard, but it also makes it so great and so rewarding to be in our business.
Yeah, absolutely. And along the same lines, you know, I also wasn't sure that I wanted to serve on a board. I was just scared. But I had Tom push me into doing that. And it's kind of the same idea. You want to, you know, make as much of an impact as you possibly can, and just continuing to do that. I've now, you know, really enjoyed my time serving on boards.
Well, you've been fantastic. And thank you very much for presenting this morning on the Road to Pro. It's a wonderful vehicle for associates to, you know, find mentors, get a roadmap on how to become a PGA member. Because, you know, so many of us going back, you know, I've been a member almost 25 years now, and, you know, it was really it was the path to PGA membership was so much more vague, and it was so much more of a solo journey, and it's just not that way in our section. And you're a big catalyst for that. No pun intended. Thank you very much, Nikki.
Thank you.
And if there isn't any more questions from the field,
I think we had a hand raised, didn't we?
I saw the hand, and then I saw the hand go away.
Where'd you go, Raymond? There you are.
Raymond, you got a question that you had? You could unmute yourself. Where is he actually? I don't even, but there he is. So Raymond, you could unmute yourself and chime in.
Good morning. Thank you for letting me speak to the group here. I attended the one at Nikki's at Arrowwood. Just a wonderful event. I think it's key that you play 9 holes with a PGA member, because throughout the course of the play, topics will come up that maybe, you know, aren't so generally covered in other aspects. And it's a great, the greatest thing about it, I feel, is not so much the stuff that on the agenda, but things that you call like a water cooler moment, where you might be talking to someone and they have an idea about something, and that gels with an idea that you've been thinking about. And it's those little instances and those little interactions that are, I feel, so key. And the other thing too is being a new associate, you're working at your golf course, you're working, you know, long hours, you're nose to the grindstone, and it's nice to go meet with other people to share their experiences and go, oh, that's similar with my club. Oh, that happens at our course. And it's just the shared generalities of what we're doing here is so nice. And you come back from these Road to Pro meetings so much more enthused and energized about what you're doing. It just gives you a boost of energy and inspiration. And I just wanted to thank Nikki for all she's doing.
Thank you. And I'm very proud of you for getting your stuff done too. And I guess one thing I forgot to mention that's worth noting, in my opinion, is like Raymond said, when you have that extra enthusiasm to get going with your career, we have one person who attended the first 2 Road to Pro events this year, and he was suspended, and now he is, I'm not going to say it was due to Road to Pro. He was working really hard, but he's no longer suspended. And he did mention that, you know, just being around other professionals and other associates really motivated him to get out of suspension. So that extra motivation, I think, goes a really long way. So thank you.
Well, excellent. I hate to put TA on the spot, but Mr. Addis, do you have any closing comments on the Road to the Pro mentorship or something from your journey to your PGA membership? I didn't give him a heads up that I was going to put him on the spot. That was probably
That's all right.
not cool.
Hello, Mr. Addis.
I'm used to it. Nice work there, Nikki. And congratulations to you. And no, I think the Road to Pro, and we talked for so many years about engagement, and this is a perfect means for engagement. And it's also utilized on the golf course as well as socially. And I think both of those are really important as we go through our career in golf. So again, congratulations to everyone. And I know I've participated in a couple of them, sat in on a couple of them, I should say. And the advancements made and the opportunities that are out there for our new PGA golf professionals is second to none. Our section continues to excel, and thanks to our individual professionals like Nikki, we can continue to do so. So congratulations and thanks, and keep up the good work.
Thank you.
Thank you, TA. Well, on behalf of the Education Committee for the SCPGA, we'd like to thank Nikki for presenting this morning. We also like to thank the membership for their longstanding support of the Catalyst webinar series. Everyone will receive 1 PDR credit for attending this morning's webcast, and we will be sending out a YouTube recording of Nikki's presentation to all the attendees. Thank you very much, everybody. Thank you, Nikki. Have a great day, everybody. Take care.
Thank you, John. Thank you, everyone.